What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have to talk about the continued consolidation that's taking place within most of the major cryptocurrencies. I'm just pulling up the YouTube channel real quick for right now. But as you guys can see, we are in some sort of technical indicators and we are continuing to fill in the gap here for more technical indicators, fill it in. And at some point or another, we are going to see the results of our continued patience. And I want to show you guys what exactly I'm talking about here. On XRP specifically, we're still inside an ascending broadening wedge as we fill this gap in slowly but surely. You can see just recently we are coming into shape here, rebounding off a beautiful bottom support that we had just recently discovered by tweaking the charts just a little bit here. This has definitely helped us in the long term and longevity of XRP. But again, things are very close. If we break through floor, we know to buy in and short, and a dump would come, which would suck. But now we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, uptrend and moving average resistance here. So as we fill this in, decisions are going to have to be made that are not found in the Oxford Dictionary here. But as we fill this in, we're going to have to make a decision as to which direction we're going to be moving to. Beyond XRP, Solana, you can see is playing out nicely on the support. Almost looks like a double top. You know, 1, 2, here we are retesting support again. We'll see if we hang out there. Then we have Ethereum, which is forming an incredibly beautiful symmetrical triangle here, and Bitcoin forming an incredibly beautiful symmetrical triangle as well. Very much identical here. Higher lows, lower highs, filling this gap in. As we start to play this out, a decision is going to have to be made, hopefully in our favor. We pop off. As for the S&P 500, we have officially broken through major uptrend. This ascending fractal has finally been broken. We've been trending in this, creating higher lows and higher highs since the beginning. It's been a long time now. I'm just trying to map it out for you guys here. Since literally January of 2024 here, we have finally started to trend outside of this, and this is not good. Well, depends on who you ask. I personally think a correction, continued 1-2 moving average here, about an 8% dip. It would suck. It would probably scare a lot of people, but it would be very helpful for the longevity of this. And you can see we've had it before. Like when we rallied up, we had tons of this historically bullish movement here. Then we formed a descending fractal here. I'm looking for something like that to take place now. I really am. Mainly because we are so high up, and I think just a healthy pullback, 8-10%, would be beautiful, and I'd be putting a lot of money in at that bottom there, which is exciting, and that's what I'm waiting to see happen. But more information on that will be later on in today's video. With that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to BOMEOW for sponsoring today's episode. I know a lot of you guys like meme coins, up-and-coming cryptos, meme coins. You know, a lot of you guys, you can see all the trending coins here. Super Trump, Wormhole. Oh, and check it out. BOMEOW is trading at number 6. What a coincidence here. Trading at number 6. They are up 274%, which is why we need to talk about them and why we need to go over it, because they are absolutely exploding. So huge shout out to BOMEOW for sponsoring today's episode. More information about them will be right after this. I want to give a huge shout out to BOMEOW for sponsoring today's episode. Now, as with all cryptocurrency projects, especially meme coins, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, there's a new Solana-based cat meme token called BOMEOW that just surged to $9 million in volume just a few hours after trading. Now, I know some of you guys like it when I tell you about up-and-coming meme coins, so listen to this. BOMEOW is up 300% hours after trading, achieving a market cap that topped $9 million. The team behind the token, BOMEOW, calls the meme token the perfect variation of different mews across the entire Meowniverse. This book is a treasure trove of feline magic guaranteed to bring joy and wealth to its lucky possessors. Ha ha ha. It is worth noting that cat tokens are now rallying within the space, one being Meow, which was up 14,000% just the other day. The rise of BOMEOW is set against the backdrop of a broader trend in the crypto markets where cat-themed tokens have caught the fancy of investors. Notably, Meow witnessed a surge of 14,000% in a single day. Data from Dex Tools and Dex Screener, which is the world's leading DeFi app for trading shows BOMEOW's performance, highlighting a volume surging over $35 million with existing liquidity of $3.6 million. The meme cryptocurrency's price currently stands at almost 0.015 of a dollar, and they are live on Radium and even have confirmed listing on Bitmart. This matters because even as Bitcoin faced a downturn, falling below $67,000 levels, which had significant knock-on effects in liquidating many positions, these animal-themed tokens, particularly cat-related ones, have held investors' attentions, surprisingly. Several other cat-themed tokens are thriving as well, like Cat in a Dog's World, Mew, Popcat, and Wen, posting average gains of 6%. The interest and investment seem to be shifting towards others like Mogcoin, Real Smurf Cat, and Ansem's Cat, which are currently leading the charge in this niche sector. Like, I don't know if you guys realize this, but meme coins are literally making people millionaires, and I know a couple offhand. Just take a look at Joe Biden coin and token and tell me otherwise. BOMEOW is a token that derives its value from the internet, memes, trends, or jokes. So unlike traditional cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are often backed by technology or utility, BOMEOW is derived by community interest and sentiment. Also, BOMEOW even introduced the perfect collectible for all cat enthusiasts and NFT aficionados alike. This limited edition NFT features unique cat illustrations that capture the charm and playfulness of our feline friends. Each BOMEOW NFT is a one-of-a-kind digital collectible minted on the blockchain, ensuring its authenticity and scarcity. As a limited-time offer, these NFTs won't be available forever, making them a must-have for any collector looking to add a touch of whimsy to your digital BOMEOW collection. Now, with that being said, make sure to join BOMEOW's community and also make sure to check out their socials down in the description below. Otherwise, shout out to BOMEOW for sponsoring today's episode, and let's get back into the technical analysis. So guys, it's pretty crazy that they are exploding to the upside here. Just going to zoom in real quick. 275%. They're listed on Radium and Jupiter here, but they have just been imploding to the upside here, exploding and imploding to the upside. And I just like to show you guys cryptos that might have some potential. And this shows you that, you know, I mean, the problem is of every 10,000 meme coins that come to market here, you know, just a couple will grant you a 300% return here. So there is risk, obviously, with a lot of this stuff, but it's just something to consider. And it is extremely early, so that's also something to consider as well. Anywho, to dive into the technical analysis here, looking at, let me just get back off this, looking at the global market cap here, markets are still consolidating, 74 in the Fear and Greed Index, lots of consolidation across the board here. Totally makes sense. You know, granted, it is closed, but we are down a lot for the week. Quite a bit actually here, but again, not a big deal, not a problem. I'm not worried here. You know, last we left off, we actually made a video yesterday talking about take immediate action. XRP Ripple holders, listen very closely as the markets might start to correct. I know it's tough to say, it's scary, but there would be a good chance we could start to correct to the downside here, and that would scare a lot of people. And you know, and it was something we were looking at over the past couple of days, and it's still a huge possibility. Don't consider it otherwise here. There is still a huge chance correction could come for these markets here because we're not out of the we're not out of the dugout just yet. We're still trying to get out of it, but we're not there just yet, and I'll show you what I mean by that exactly. So looking at XRP here, as you know, we've been tracking what appears to be bull flag formation since this is going back to like January of 2023. So over a year of this consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, like flag pole, flag itself, breakout, flag pole, flag breakout. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're on number 5, forming and ascending. We had a massive, this took a very long time to break, but we broke nonetheless here. And then within this breakout period that we have, we're forming an ascending broadening wedge, which has a bearish bias at some point or another to break through floor. And you can see we've been on a spiral to the downside here. We've actually fallen a total of 24% on XRP. And the hope is that we don't continue it. The hope is that we've already had enough of a correction here. My biggest worry is that the stock market could influence these other cryptos. We had a major dump 2 days ago here, and that pulled a lot of these cryptos down with it, and that's scary. But hopefully we can, reverse out of that. Hopefully there's not a direct correlation, although sometimes there is, between the stock market and the S&P 500, between the stock market and crypto, and that we could start to act independently of it here. And if that happens, then we could be on a good term. There could be some good movements in the markets here. But again, you got to understand, like, there's sometimes where I'm extremely confident of a bull run to come. There's also chances I'm extremely confident of a bear run. We haven't confirmed either of that. All I know is, like, we're not in a good position right now. We're not trending in the middle. We're not rebounding off as high as we are, although it looks like we're starting that. So there is good progress being made, but not enough to buy in just yet. You could. There's just nothing going on, though. You can see clear as day, we are filling in the gap here within the fractal, and as we continue to pan this out, decisions will be made. 1, 2, 3 confirmations of support. There's definitely a floor here, which is a good sign. We did rebound off it. We're getting rejected off moving average here, and as we fill this gap in, the goal is to break through price ceiling. The goal is to break out of it and head to the upside here. That's the true goal. Now, we haven't done so just yet. Basically, we fell, and instead of falling off the cliff, we're actually holding on to the edge right now of that cliff. And hopefully, we hold on to it long enough where we can regain our footing and start to head back up. If we could break through some of these resistances here in green, in red, that would, give us that opportunity to buy back in and long to the upside here. If we can confirm closure above here, it's more of a moderate buy-in. Above here, conservative, and then we could start to pedal off of it. I mean, even earlier, we could have some chances of buying opportunity, but right now we're floating out here, and hopefully we can break through it. I do know for certain, though, if we breach this support, we close a daily below it, we're buying in for a short, and we're doing so very quickly here. It's just something to consider. We'd get in, and we would short the crap out of it the second we drop. So there's much more opportunity now for a short. There's much more clarity for a trade if we break through floor to short than there is on the way up, by the way we are starting to trend out of here. Anywho, moving forward, there are some other cryptos, though, that are showing better or easier signs to predict. That's Ethereum and Bitcoin. And with that, I'm going to talk about Solana quick because I don't think that is one that's kind of on the fence too. But again, simply put, because I don't want this video to go incredibly long here, but you can clearly see where our price ceiling is and floor. So it's really depicted us that we have a price floor and a price ceiling, clear resistances 1 and 2, and then clear floors 1, 2, 3. So we know where the bottom floor is. We know where the price ceiling is. If we confirm closure of the daily candle above this, we close a candle higher, not a wick, but we close a candle above here, we can buy in and long. We close below floor, we buy in, and we short. It's that simple. That's as easy as it gets for you Solana holders out there. As for Ethereum and Bitcoin here, trading practically the same. And what you need to pay attention to, excuse me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. What you need to pay attention to is the way this is filling in the gap here. So we're on the daily charts, which is good. Price ceiling, price floor, ceiling, floor. We're filling this gap in. You can see the consolidations taking place on the relative strength indicator. As we fill this gap in, simply put, close above the daily, buy in and long. Close below the floor, buy in and short. It's that simple. Don't get it twisted. I'm going to move this up a little bit here, just like that. And I'm going to move this just like that. Simply put, you guys know how to trade these. It's not the first time. Same thing with Ethereum, price ceiling, floor, filling in the gap here. Lots of consolidation, though. If we jump to like the 4 hour, something big's coming over here, which is pretty freaky. But again, pay attention to how we close. Tons of consolidation on Ethereum. We close below floor, we buy in and we short. We close above ceiling, we buy in and we long. It's that simple. Don't get it twisted. And then lastly, for the S&P 500, I'm just waiting for us to fall off a cliff. I mean, if you look at this beautiful bull flag, we filled this in. Typically, it breaks up, but keep in mind, price ceiling of overbought is right here. So more so, it would look like we would continue this correction to the downside here. I truly think we are going to dump to the downside. It's just a matter of time, but I think we're going to start to stair step down, or we'll do what we've done in the past consistently here, which is kind of form these bull flags. We're going to continue the uptrend, but we might pull back down like this, then continue the uptrend. So it would be some sort of flag like this. Keep that in mind. But with that being said, that is it for today's video. Huge shout out to BOMEOW for sponsoring today's episode. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. See you in tomorrow's video. Peace.